What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Alright, man, heading to work. Some pretty good games on now. Saints look like they might get their first win. Dallas beating the Jets. New York taking a beating this NFL weekend. But this video ain't about that. This video is gonna be about LeBron James Jr. and Shadur Sanders, which is on the NFL side. So I'm gonna get a little bit of both. Hold on a second, man. Sun out here. Alright, so it was a preseason game this weekend with the Lakers. I think they played like a foreign team, something like that, but that's not the most important point. The most important point is this is year 2 with LeBron James Jr. on the Lakers. And to be honest, before I go in on it, I honestly, seriously thought that he was going to come back a little bit better than what he came back with the other day. I'm not wanting the young man to fail. I want the young man to succeed because really it's on him. Now his dad is going to be talked about with him, but that comes with it. But in the end, he's over 20. I think he's 20 now. He looked like he might be out the league in a little bit because, to be totally honest, he looked like those specialists on NBA teams back in the 90s without the skill. He went 1 for 12, if I'm not mistaken, and he was taking a bunch of jump shots, and you know, hearing excuse me, hearing the breakdowns of you know, what he was doing and all the other stuff, and seeing a lot of it. Like he's the youngest player I've ever seen that didn't have any kind of ability to drive to the hoop. And if you can't drive to the hoop as a young player, like, I know you can probably develop that as you go. I mean, like, he was taking a bunch of jump shots. They want to try to tout him as some kind of, he's going to be able to lean on his defensive ability, which is bogus because he doesn't have the attention. He doesn't even have the want to. And I'm just being honest here, man. Like, before I keep going in, like, I got a couple of comments. I got a comment rather that was talking about my last video about LeBron. If you looking, guy, shout out to you. But he was talking about how I was telling my subscribers or whatever that LeBron is, you know, the media's like trying to be, you know, sarcastic. Man, it's young people that's becoming aware of the fabrication that this career is called LeBron. Now without all the extra stuff, he's been a great in the game of basketball, especially his early years. He was pretty good. He was really good. But the fact that he just didn't have the competitive spirit to go back against the teams that beat him without all the help, that showed what kind of mentality it was. Now, is that bad, good? I'm not saying that. He'd have to answer that. That's his decision. But from a competitive standpoint, I'll just say myself, when I was a kid, when I was younger, I'm just going on a little tangent, but I get back. When I was younger, I liked to play basketball, but I wasn't, I didn't play a whole lot, not organized or. I used to play by myself. My grandpa used to take me out to the basketball goal and we'd shoot and stuff. But my uncle used to be able to play. My uncle, matter of fact, he was a cousin. My fault. He was a cousin of mine, but he was kind of like an uncle. And he was pretty good, and he would beat me all the time. And I wouldn't stop until I beat him. I mean, like, he would get tired of it. He'd be like, man, Rodney, man, come on. He'd be like, I ain't got the time to die. Next time. And every time he'd have a chance, I try to go against him, try to beat him. And it took a few times, but eventually I did. So that's what I'm talking about. So, it's obvious that he hadn't worked on his game this summer. It's obvious, and that's what it is. But it's gonna be a interesting situation to play out, because I don't see how he can honestly compete with guys now. The guy, what was the name? Quincy Oliveri. He was better than him his rookie year, but due to whatever reason, that he got suppressed. Now he's playing with I think he with Detroit, which might be a good place for him to be. I think I'm pretty sure it's Detroit. But anyway, I mean, like, if you've been watching sports, you know this is not real. This is not real. That's this debate. Because, I mean, it's a moot point. The young fella cannot compete. Hopefully, maybe, because he said he got to get his legs on him. We'll see. But, I mean, that leads me to Shadur Sanders. Shadur Sanders, all this controversy around him, all this talk. Excuse me. All this talk that's going around it. If you've been watching quarterback play for the past 25 years, because it's 2024, about 1999, past 25 years, oh, it's 2025, my bad, 25 years, you cannot honestly say that Shadur Sanders looks like a starting quarterback. I ain't saying he ain't supposed to be in the league, but he's not starting caliber, and it ain't no political thing. It's just he's seen and look, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but the guy doesn't look like he even works out. I know he's a quarterback, but he ain't supposed to look. He looked like a high school kid's most developed in his own. I mean, like, you look at his arms, look at his shoulders, man. Like, but I mean, come on, man. That dude don't look like he work out. And he spent a lot of time on camera. I think he got maybe his other brother, Deion Sanders Jr., like being his cameraman or something like that. But like all the clown stuff, like mouthing answers when he didn't want to. I'm like, he ain't doing nothing but hurting himself. But I mean, hopefully the young man, and this is the whole thing about the league is against Deion. Deion got friends in the league, man. Guys like what's old boy name that's be on ESPN, and he was cool with Deion because I think he played on Atlanta with him. What's his name? He did Monday Night Football. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He used to be a former GM for Cleveland. I can't get his name right now, but he's a friend of Deion. Like, Deion got people in the league that's cool with him, that's coaches, GMs, people that, like in broadcasting, he has friends around the league. So I mean, like, this whole notion that the league don't, want to go, trying to strike against his daddy through him, like, crazy. All it is doing is muddling up the fact that this young man is not ready for prime time. And being the fact that he's played under his dad all this time and hadn't had one different coach, that speaks a lot to it too. Because your dad is gonna handle you different than, a man that really don't know you or care for you. Or that, you're just doing a job for, whatever case. Like, nah. Young man is not ready. And I be feeling sorry for the guys that have to go along with this narrative that, he's being, they want to, it almost comes across like discrimination. No, this young fella can't play. Can't be, not as a starting quarterback. Doesn't even act like one. And I ain't saying you got to be robotic. You ain't got to act like Tom Brady, all this other stuff. But, like, serious, man, like, you are the CEO of a company, so to speak. That's how they look at you. So, I mean, like, do you see CEOs doing all that type of stuff, crazy stuff? It's a difference between when you under and when you above. When you're above, the same stuff that you could do when you was under don't apply. So that's pretty much it, man. I'm almost rounding the bend. So Grandpa out.